2 years ago, an elderly Chinese friend saw my mugwort, or 艾草, and got very excited. She said she hadn't smelled this for years, rubbing a leaf between her fingers. Then she spent the next hour telling me stories about her grandmother's dragon boat festival preparations, about village doctors burning moxa on her father's bad knee, about beliefs I had never heard, despite growing this plant for 6 years. She left with 3 small plants I dug out from my garden, and later she reported that they were doing well in her garden. Today, we're exploring the deeper story of Chinese mugwort, not just as a garden plant, but as a living bridge over 2,000 years of culture, medicine, and connection. 艾草 first appears in Chinese texts around 300 BCE. The earliest mention is in the 诗经, or Book of Songs, where it is gathered by young women in spring. But it is in the medical texts where mugwort truly shines. The name 艾草 appears in the first Chinese herbal collection, the 神农本草经, or the Divine Farmer's Classic of Materia Medica. Ancient physicians classified it as warming, able to regulate qi and blood. They observed how it grew on disturbed soil, came back after harsh winters, spread without encouragement, and in this resilience, they saw medicine for human resilience. By the Tang Dynasty, mugwort was so essential that the government regulated its cultivation and distribution. Imagine a weed so important, it needed federal oversight. Every village had someone who knew how to prepare it, when to harvest it, and how to use it for everything from stopping bleeding to easing childbirth. But mugwort isn't just medicine, it's protection. Every 5th day of the 5th lunar month, during the Dragon Boat Festival, millions of doorways across China sport mugwort bundles. Summer heat brought insects and disease, and mugwort's aromatic oils naturally repelled them. Households with mugwort had fewer illnesses, and correlation became tradition. The Dragon Boat Festival also honors Qu Yuan, a poet who drowned in protest of corruption. Mugwort, hung with calamus, came to symbolize integrity and purification. Even now, Chinese friends ask me for cuttings every May. Some don't speak Mandarin anymore, but they know their doors need mugwort when the 5th month comes. The most sophisticated use of mugwort is Moxibustion, the burning of processed mugwort near acupuncture points. This isn't folk medicine. It's performed in hospitals across Asia and increasingly worldwide. Mugwort is aged for 3 years, ground, filtered 7 times, until only the finest fluff remains. This burns at just the right temperature, hot enough to stimulate, not so hot it burns. Traditional Chinese medicine uses moxa for digestive issues, arthritis, fertility, and even turning breech babies. Studies show Moxibustion at acupuncture point BL67, also known as Zhiyin, located on the outer side of the little toe at the base of the nail, can encourage babies to turn head down. I'm not a practitioner, but I've watched licensed acupuncturists use moxa on patients, including myself. There's something profound about growing the same medicine, documented thousands of years ago. In its leaves, modern researchers have found essential oils, cineol, borneol, and thujone, along with flavonoids, vitamins A and C, and minerals. Maybe that's why it smells both clean and old world at once. A gentle note of care, mugwort isn't for everyone. Avoid it during pregnancy, and always approach medicinal use with respect and proper guidance. For us, it's mostly culinary, baths, and incense, and that already feels like a full conversation. What moves me most is how immigrants keep these traditions alive. In Los Angeles Chinese communities, elders teach youngsters to identify wild mugwort in empty lots. They're not just teaching botany, they're passing down culture. My elderly Chinese friend now makes Qingming dumplings with her granddaughters each spring using mugwort. They speak English, she speaks Mandarin, but they all understand the taste of tradition. As a medicinal and culinary herb, varieties of mugwort have also been used in other East and Southeast Asian communities, such as those from Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. Same family, slightly different species, parallel traditions. Asian groceries sell dried mugwort, but those who grow it fresh are keeping something deeper alive. When you grow Chinese mugwort, you're not just growing an herb, you're cultivating over 2,000 years of human knowledge. Every spring, dumpling connects you to Qingming festivals of centuries past. Every bundle dried for incense links you to countless grandmothers protecting their families. Every aromatic bath places you in a lineage of healing. This isn't about appropriation, it's about appreciation and preservation. That patch in my garden isn't just producing leaves, it's growing stories, preserving wisdom, building bridges. And maybe that's the real gift of Chinese mugwort. It reminds us that the most ordinary plants often carry the most extraordinary histories. What stories are growing in your garden? If you'd like to learn how to grow this plant in your own backyard, I've made a complete guide. Link in description. Until next time, happy gardening.